Hey you guys, welcome back to Zindy. So it is spirit stick time. So this is a spirit stick I already made. Sometimes you'll see them called cheer sticks. This is a vertical one, meaning that you hold it vertically rather than horizontally with a handle. Okay, so this is our vertical one. First, let's go over all the supplies you need, and then we'll go into detail on how this one was made and then how we're gonna make this one today. All right, so first thing you're gonna need is your acrylic. The blanks are available on our website, zindy.com. If you do have your own laser cutter and you're interested in learning how to make these, you're welcome to ask questions and I'll do my best to explain. If you have your own laser cutter, obviously you can cut colored acrylic. The blanks we offer on the site are all clear for the reason being you can change it to anything you want with them being clear. It gives you a lot of options color-wise. You can spray paint it, you can glitter it, you can rhinestone it. All of those things without the added cost of colored acrylic or glittered acrylic or all that. So that is something to keep in mind. Many sign companies will always work in clear and white acrylic for that reason, because you can really color match any school or anything like that when it comes to spray paint as opposed to colored acrylic sometimes, in addition to the cost of colored acrylic and glittered acrylic. So our blanks come like this. Zindy.com, you can find them there. We have these and a bunch of different ones, like some word ones, and we can also do custom designs. So first thing you need is your acrylic blank. Then you are going to need your PVC pipe. This is 3/4 inch PVC pipe. You are going to need flat back screws. This is number 6 3/4 inch flat back screws. It is very important that they're flat back, so that if they're rounded and you put your acrylic, you layer your acrylic on top of each other, it's gonna bow and you don't want it to do that. So you need flat back screws 3/4 inch to match your PVC pipe, okay? Pom Poms. Okay, so if you are doing the horizontal one or the vertical one like I showed you earlier, you will only need one side of this, okay? So here's the other side of the one I made already. If you are doing the horizontal one, you will use both sides of these, okay? Because you'll put a pom-pom on both ends. This is just a test one we did. We were just trying out different things, so ignore that it's not the cutest. But for the horizontal, you would put a pom-pom here and a pom-pom there. All right? But for the vertical, you only need one. So just keep that in mind. Handle. So if you are doing the vertical one, you will need a handle of some sort. This is just a simple handle. I think I got this from Home Depot, but you can get them from Amazon, and I will have a supply list of all of these things in the description below the video so that you don't have to go scavenge around the world to find them. But you basically will screw this onto your PVC pipe for the horizontal one to hold it, okay? And then zip ties. That is how you are going to attach your pom-pom to your PVC pipe. So 6 inches, 8 inches, either one of those is fine. Just zip ties. You can do white or black, just depends on what works better for your design, but you really won't see it. It's gonna be hidden behind the pom-pom. Now, as far as actual tools that you will need to assemble this, you will need a drill and a 1/8 inch drill bit. Okay, that's to create your holes through your acrylic into your PVC pipe to drill your screws in. And then a way to cut your PVC pipe, okay? This thing is awesome. It was super cheap. It was like 16 bucks. I'll have this in my Amazon affiliate link also, and it's very easy to cut your PVC pipe with this. This one cuts 1 inch and smaller, so just pay attention to that when you're buying it, that you just want one large enough to cut whatever size PVC pipe you're working with, okay? And then you will need a way to decorate your items. So this one is done with adhesive spray, 3M adhesive. So I sprayed that, poured glitter onto there, and then the blue is done with spray paint, just regular spray paint on the back side, okay? And then this is just vinyl that I cut the name out of. And then this is all attached by spray adhesive. So the one I did in this one is all spray adhesive. The one we're gonna do today is gonna be done with 3M double-sided adhesive. So to kind of give you some ideas and variety and what works best for you guys. Okay, so however you're gonna decorate it. And then adhesive. We talked a little bit about that. However, you're going to connect the pieces together. Spray adhesive works really well if you're using spray paint. Obviously, you can't see where the spray adhesive is at all. Like, it works really, really well. So spray paint, I would definitely suggest spray adhesive, or you can also use this. And let me kind of show you. You just have to put it where it's not going to be seen. So this is actually glitter HTV that I used on this, and this is 2 pieces together, and I connected these 2 pieces with this 3M. I just put it down the middle because it will be covered with this, so it's totally fine that way. All right, so that just gives you some options as far as adhesive goes. And then the way we're doing everything today, we're going to be using a lot of vinyl, no vinyl cutter though, so we will need a way to sand off our extra vinyl on our blank, okay? And then you can also use an Exacto knife if you rather use that besides sanding the extra vinyl off. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is when we get our blank, let me move this so you can see much better. Because what's the point of a video if you can't see what I'm doing? Okay. So, when you get your acrylic blanks, they will come shrink wrapped and they will already be put together, okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to take a marker or a pen and you just want to mark onto the top of all your pieces just to help you remember what the top of the blank is and where each piece goes, okay? This does not have to be beautiful or anything. This is just for reference so that I know the piece that has the pin marks is the top, okay? Now, move this out of the way. Now that we know where all our pieces go. All right, so this is our outline. We're gonna be doing something special with that. These are our pieces we will decorate. Pin marks being the top. All right, and then your acrylic blanks will be like this. So you'll have all your 3D pieces like I showed you. Then you're gonna have a middle piece that has the larger holes in it. The back piece has the smaller holes, okay? The larger holes are so your screw head can fit into there and it'll be nice and flush, okay? So it will look like that. So very back piece, middle piece, and then the 3D pieces will fit on top of that. Now, for this one, I am not going to do anything to my middle piece. It's going to just stay completely clear. So I'm just going to move that aside for now. And we're going to go ahead and do our back piece, okay? This is the very back. We're not going to do anything to that. We're going to leave the brown paper on as long as possible. So you just want to be in the habit of leaving your brown paper on until you absolutely have to take it off. All right? And for this one, we are going to put this holographic adhesive onto this back piece, okay? Super simple. You will need a squeegee and you will need some patience. Now, we're going to go ahead and remove the backing paper. You can use the wet method for this if you prefer. I usually do not, because I don't have a lot of patience when it comes to that kind of stuff. And then you want to try not to touch it as much as possible, just because the oils in your hands can make bubbles or make the vinyl not stick, so on and so forth. Okay, so there's that. We're going to take our vinyl. And these vertical ones, I have them sized where they're just a little smaller than 12 inches so that your 12 by 12s will fit onto them. Isn't that nice? The little things, you guys. The little things. All right. So I'm just folding a piece of that back. So I just want to make sure it's all lined up. I'm going to pull back a little more of this so it really has something to adhere to. One of the reasons why I'm using the holographic adhesive for the back is because it looks pretty on both sides. So this is what the back side will look like, and then the blue is what you'll see on the front side. And just be careful of your corners to make sure. Okay, got that sticking. And now we're just gonna slowly work our way down this. Applying this vinyl. I'm trying to do it where you can see it. All right. Just work our way to the edges, get any bubbles out, if any. This vinyl is pretty forgiving because of all the holographicness. You can't really see bubbles usually. All right, that looks good. Now from here, you can trim off your extra vinyl. Okay, so you can do it one of two ways. I'm sure there's actually a third way that I just don't know of right now, but definitely two ways. So you can take your Exacto knife and just go around that way and do it. Just be careful. So that's one way. Another way is to take your sanding tool and just work your way around. That way. All right, let me just show you up close. So this side I sanded, and this side I did the Exacto knife. They look pretty much identical. So it's pretty much whatever is your preference. So I'll speed this up real quick and finish this, and then I will be right back. All right, so there is that. Here is our back piece, okay? So this will go on top of here. I am going to line that up real quick and just take my Exacto knife and just go around right here just so I can see where the holes are. It's not super important, it just helps whenever we go to add our screws. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so we have our back piece, we put our holes. We can go ahead and attach our adhesive of the middle piece to the back piece and just get that over with. Actually, I lie. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and decorate all the other pieces, and then we'll just attach them all at once. So here's our back piece, move that out of the way. Our middle piece we don't need right now. Like we said before, we're not going to do anything to that one. It is just because we need a middle piece. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the actual bow part. Okay, so I see my mark, so I know that's the front. So we're going to turn that over, and we're going to take this backing off so that we can add, we're going to be adding transparent glitter adhesive to the back. And we're going to be doing it in a way where the sticky side of the transparent glitter is going to hold the 3D pieces in place, kind of like a double-sided adhesive. It's very convenient. So very similar to what we did on the back piece. Okay, so we have all of our paper off. Be careful because it's easy to miss if it's off or not, and you won't see it until you take the other side off. All right, transparent glitter adhesive vinyl. Taking the backing off of that, if it will allow me. Move that out of the way. I'm gonna place this face down. The awesome thing about transparent glitter adhesive, this is the front side, this is the back side. So basically the back side is a silvery version of the front side. Of whatever color the front side is, it's like a silvery version of that color. So we are going to put that there, and it looks like real glitter on the back of your acrylics without needing to use real glitter. Okay, now be aware this stuff is extremely sticky. I'm gonna cut this and save this little extra because I don't like to waste it. So I will cut that off and put it back on the backing. Okay. All right, and we're gonna do the same thing with this. You can either use your sander like we did before, or you can use your Exacto knife, whatever you prefer. So I will just speed through this really quick, and I will be right back. All right, so we have all of that. Okay, so this is all sticky. This is the back side that's gonna actually attach. This is the front side. So whenever we remove this backing paper, you'll be able to see the glitter through. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn that over, and we're just gonna really make sure it's all attached. And if I missed any spots like I did right here, just gonna clean that up. All right, that's better. All right, now, after I get this piece off, okay, got it. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and move this aside, and we're gonna decorate the detail pieces. All right, so those are right here. Same process. We know this is the top because of the pin marks, and we are gonna be using this really cool textured polka dot pattern. It's really, really neat. Now, I wanna make sure that the polka dots line up properly. There's another reason why this is so convenient to have the marks. Gotta look at it real quick. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. So we have our pieces the way they go. And we are going to be putting the vinyl on the front side, okay? Not the back side. Because it's textured, I want it to be on the front so that we can feel it. And then also the back side of this is silver, so it can't go on the back side or it'll just be silver. This stuff also is very sticky. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing. We are going to take the paper off of the front side, instead of the back side. And we're going to place this on our polka dots. This doesn't have to be perfect as far as placement. I just want it to kind of be correct. So that it looks right whenever we're putting it together. Look how close I got to the edge of that. That's scary. Okay. Alright, we're just going to cut this extra off. And we're going to cut these pieces apart. Okay, now we're going to turn these over. Use the soft side, not the rough side, because of the texture. Apply that. If you get any bubbles, just take your weeding tool, put a little hole in there, and rub those out. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and clean that up, and then we'll assemble. All right, so all of that is done. Now, this is my favorite part, is assembly. Okay, so move these so you can see them. Look how cute these are. Like, is that not adorable? Okay, so we have our bow. Just checking before I place it permanently. Okay, so we're going to take our backing paper off so the back looks silver. Okay. All right. So we're just taking our backing paper off and then attaching it in our bow. With the vinyl being our adhesive. See a few bubbles in this, so I'm just popping those. And what I usually do is just put it out in the sun for a little while, so if there's any little remaining bubbles, those are just dissipate on their own. So satisfying. I'm not even a fan of brown, but this looks cute with the brown paper on it. Okay, so this is our top piece. From here, if I wanted to add a name or anything, because this is a textured vinyl, you cannot add a name to it, but you could get another acrylic or something and add a name, or you can even drill a hole in your PVC pipe that'll be behind and add a charm there with the name. But I'm leaving mine more simple, so I plan on just leaving it like this. I may eventually add like a white circle with a name or something, but not yet. I like it like this. Okay, so that's the top. This is the back. Let's go ahead and attach this middle piece to the backing. So we're going to take the backing paper off of this, both front and back side. Okay, and we're going to use that double-sided adhesive. So this is the front, so I'm going to turn it over just so I can put that adhesive on. And I'm going to use this as a guide. Okay, because I don't want my adhesive to go past the top layer. It will make more sense when I start. Okay, so we're going to use the 3M adhesive, and basically I'm just going to cut some strips and place it in areas where it's safe that it's not going to be seen behind this bow. Now from here, just removing the backing. All right, move this out of the way. Turn this over. And this is just lining up exactly to each other. We're just going to push that down. All right. So now those pieces are connected. This, I'm going to leave that brown paper on for a little while longer. We're going to screw this into our PVC pipe, and then we are going to use that same adhesive to attach this on top like that, and then we're going to remove the brown paper, and then we will be done. Okay, so now PVC pipe. Remove all of this. I would get a few pieces of PVC just because it's easier to level whenever you're screwing it together. So I got this piece, another little piece. The measurement of this one is right at 15 inches, which is pretty much what you're gonna use for any of them, okay? First thing we're gonna do though is we are going to make the hole for our pom pom. I normally would spray paint this, but for this video I'm not. But normally I would spray paint this, whatever color you want. So this one I spray paint it black, and then I just sprinkled glitter afterwards. So you can spray paint it black, white, doesn't matter. It's just so it doesn't look like, you know, a big old PVC pipe stuck to your stuff. Okay, so I will take this one back apart and spray paint it later, but for now we're gonna just go with it. Now, okay, so directly on the other side of where you're going to screw your acrylic in is where you're going to put, ignore this hole, this is just a practice, is where you're gonna put your pom pom. So on this side, on the top, okay, we're just gonna make a hole. Okay, so that is for our zip tie to go in for our pom pom, okay? Now, let's go ahead and attach our bow. Like I said a while ago, if you want it, you could add a hole right here and add a charm to hang over. So you can attach a charm here if you wanted to. You could leave it as is. I am going to drill a hole right there opposite of my pom-pom hole, so that if I do decide to add a charm, I can. Clean that up a little bit. Okay. Now, we're gonna put our bow on here, line it up. Okay, so there's one. Go ahead and do the other one. All right, so we got both of our holes drilled. We're gonna get our screws, change our drill bit. Same thing, you're just going in those holes you just made. You're not gonna drill all the way down in there. Once you get it started, you're just gonna do both screws kind of at the same time. Do a little bit for this one, a little bit for that one. You just don't want them to be super, what do you call it? Like uneven. There's probably a proper term for it, but I don't know what it is. Perfect. All right, so we have our screws in there. They look like that. And you see how they're super flush because they're sitting in that acrylic. All right. Now we can add our top piece. Super easy. We're gonna turn this over and we're gonna do the same thing with the adhesive on this, okay? This one is a little easier because you don't need a guide. You just don't want it to go over the edges of your bow. All right, so now we are going to take off our masking. All right. Carefully place this down where it goes. Push that down. We can go ahead and remove this brown paper. Actually, no, let's add the pom pom first. We'll save the brown paper as the finale. Okay, so the pom pom, we're gonna use the other side that I used on the first one. To get these apart, all I did was took them and twisted them, okay, until the zip tie popped. So this one is already apart. Oh, maybe it's not. So I'm just gonna twist it. Yep, there you go. Kind of satisfying. You'll see where the zip tie is. Just put your finger through that so you know where the middle is. You don't want to lose the middle. So you'll find where the zip tie goes all the way through. Okay, so that's the middle of the pom pom. We're going to take a new zip tie and just run it through. If you're going to be shipping these, I would leave that, what do you call it? Rubber band on there. Just so whenever your customer gets it, your pom-poms are all not smashed. All right. Got that in there. All right, so we got that. Cut this extra. All right, so we have that done. Now let's remove this brown paper. Ew. And there we go. I'll go ahead and take this off so that we can get the full effect. Let her hair down. All right, and there's your finished cheer stick. And obviously I would paint this or not normally put that if I wasn't putting a charm, but this will end up coming down like that. So there is cheer stick number 2. Oh, and then you can put a cap on the end. That just makes it a lot more finished feeling. So let me zoom out a little bit. So here is the finished one. So here's this one, all vinyl, no spray paint. Here's this one with spray paint, vinyl, and glitter. Oh, let me take the backing off of this so y'all can see the back of that. There you go. There's the back of it. And then there's your front. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Let us know if you have any questions. I hope this helps, and have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.